Namaste. We are here in Chiang Mai, Thailand at Gupta Govardhan, one of the temples of the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mutt. So let's take a look. We stayed here for the last 7 days. We're leaving today, so we are concluding with a little tour. Okay, so here is the front gate and the parking area. You can see that's the Prasadam Hall on the right hand side, which we'll maybe end with. And then you'll see the temple on the right side up here. There's lots of nice trees and plants that the devotees have planted on the grounds of the temple and the ashram. So we can go to the left here and we will see a nice pond with some koi fish.
They're very people-oriented. They come to see you. Hello. Hello. Look at all the different colors.
And then you see some nice fruits growing on this tree. I think these are jackfruits, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, oh, look at those.
Very big. This is Bhakti Lalita Devi's garden, I believe. That's what she said. These flowers she's been growing. And maybe we can see where those vinkas are growing. And the tomatoes. I don't know if I've seen the tomatoes growing yet. Some papayas.
There's some papaya, yeah. Look at above.
Yep, more papayas up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we walk along the side here, you see some marigolds down the end. These are marigolds, and then we'll go back around the other direction.
And there's a little stream over here. Banana.
Oh, here are some tomatoes, green tomatoes. She must be growing them other places too. See?
Oh yeah, back here. Yeah.
Yeah, these are tomatoes. These
All
are the
tomatoes. Yeah, you're
in the
right.
back here. Okay, you want to keep going?
Sure. More tomatoes here. I see this is squash coming out over here.
Yeah, the vines grow.
Yep. More tomatoes. More marigolds.
So this is the guest house where we stayed. And one of the sannyasis who does service here, Jitendriya Maharaj, was our neighbor. And Bhakti Lalita Devi stays upstairs. And one of the other people who does some nice service here, Corey, he stays in the room over there. And it was very nice, very beautiful room. We've been told that this is the smoky season in Chiang Mai, so the temperatures can be pretty high and the air can be pretty dry, but we got 2 days of rain, so everything was very fresh very fresh air, and the plants were very happy, and the weather was very it was cooler than normal. So yeah, it was very nice here.
Yeah, the rain overnight was nice because it didn't interfere with our daytime events and activities. And a lot of the other devotees actually live down in this area too. I've seen them coming and going. Very nice.
So we have very old big bamboo, a grove, maybe a bamboo, or a bundle of bamboo growing here. And it's so tall. And there's different kinds of bamboo actually growing. As we go closer to the Prasadam hall, there's different kinds of bamboo. You can see the thickness is different and the shape of the trunk is a little different. We'll get close so we can see what these look like. And then there's an area with yellow bamboo down there, which we'll go see.
It's down there, yeah.
And first, let's take a look at the green bamboo. Hollow.
So tall.
Thick but hollow. So we can walk back on the path down towards the yellow bamboo. So first we'll get close to the stream over here, right next to the yellow bamboo. You can hear the water trickling down. And then there's a nice house on the left here. Where more devotees stay and live. And some yellow bamboo reminds us of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose appearance in West Bengal, India 500 years ago is the reason that we came to India to celebrate the parikram, or the pilgrimage that we did around the holy places of West Bengal in one of our last videos. It was inspired or completely oriented around the celebration of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance in the material world, and his complexion was of a golden hue like Srimati Radharani. So whenever we see some nice color like this, we're reminded of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So his name was Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Gauranga means gold. So he's also called Gauranga, or Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So we're very happy to see these nice stalks of Gauranga bamboo. These are very smooth actually. I think this is new. And now we can go up to where the temple area is more, and we can see the different plants and flowers growing there, the different kinds of bamboo. We saw green bamboo and yellow bamboo, and now we can see some other kinds as well. So let's go. So here we have an open area on the temple ashram premises with more bamboo. In the background, you can see how long and big bamboo grows. And it's always used as a metaphor. Bamboo is very strong and it bends, but it doesn't break, so it's flexible, and that's a part of its strength. So it's a metaphor for how our characters should be in the face of adversity. So that's also relevant to spiritual life. Whenever we're trying to cultivate our identity in relation to the soul rather than the body, so many challenges will be there as we navigate our materialistic conditioning and things, our attachments in the world that hold us back from making spiritual progress. So we should always navigate it like bamboo, right?
Hare Krishna.
Be strong. Hare Krishna. We should be flexible in how we approach our goal, but very firm in what our spiritual goal is, but very flexible like bamboo in how we get there, flexible with the path. So let's go to the other side where the temple is and some nice other plants, and we can talk about what the mood that Bhakti Lalita Devi, who is the spiritual guardian and the hostess with the mostess here at the Govardhan, and the intention that she set for us, which was very welcomed and appreciated during our stay here. So here we are at the second or third kind of bamboo. First we showed the traditional kind of bamboo that you see everywhere, the green bamboo that's basically the same kind of shape going up the stalk. And then we showed yellow bamboo of the same pattern. So these bamboo stalks are different. You can see they're like bulges. It's kind of like an hourglass shape. Not an hourglass, but they're bulged. So it's very interesting. These are some greener color ones. These are older, you can tell. These are some fresher ones. And it's very interesting. Right? Different shaped bamboo. There's different kinds of bamboo. And we can also pivot a little bit here and show this tree. This is called the Bodhi tree. And it has some significance in Thai culture and Buddhist culture in general. So the devotees here, they as a part of practicing Vaishnavas, giving honor to others and respecting their beliefs and practices is a very important part of coexisting with others, even if there's some differences in the beliefs. So they do a great job here at honoring the predominantly Buddhist culture that exists in Thailand and Chiang Mai, this area of Thailand.
Path to the temple.
Outside of the temple in Gupta, Govardhan in Thailand, Chiang Mai, Thailand, and we are observing the beautiful lotuses that they have here. And they have lotuses all the way down and around the perimeter of the temple. And we're just observing the differences in the lotuses that are open. These are some beautiful pink lotuses, and they have these, in the middle, these it's like a platform. And where the seeds normally are, it's very unique. I can imagine Lord Brahma sitting on top of that platform, coming from Vishnu's navel. And we also are seeing some tadpoles swimming around in this. I'll take a better video, but here are some beautiful lotuses growing.
beautiful flowers and just different kinds of plants. Trees. It's very lush here.
So we're here passing the temple on the right hand side and moving towards the Prasadam Hall and some of the garden area around the Prasadam Hall. This is where we all gather for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we took some video of the yummy prasad yesterday on Ekadasi, a special day on the 11th day of the moon, which happens twice every month, where we not only abstain from meat, fish, eggs, onion, and garlic, which is the normal routine, but also from beans and grains on this Ekadasi day. This is a part of the background in the philosophies there, how each plant has a specific mode of nature that's predominant in the plant, and it affects our consciousness in that way, in the mode of goodness or passion or ignorance. And further on the Ekadasi day, on the 11th day of the moon, it has another particular effect on our consciousness, which increases the enjoying tendency. So we try to fast even a little bit more on that day to try to mitigate against enjoying too much on that 11th day of the moon. So it's an important part of our spiritual practice. And there's some delicious Ekadasi Prasadam preparations that are made, so we're not really missing anything, and we'll show some of that in the next one of the videos coming up. So today is Ekadasi, and this is our lunch prasad. Jai. Anukalpa. Just a little for this lunar calendar, 11th day. Some milk. This nice kitchen. And all the devotees.
Here's Lucky the dog. Hi, Lucky. Lucky. You're tired. Good place to relax.
They were purple, right? The Vinkas were purple. I think these are the Vinkas.
They were pink and purple. They're pink. This is the garden, yeah.
Oh, maybe up there too. Yeah, these are definitely some of the Vinkas. Okay. Maybe not. I think these must be them along the...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Let's check them out. These are not Vinkas, these are something else. These are those paper
yeah.
those paper leaf plants. So
Yeah, paper flower.
we're told that, and we have some that we brought home. The petals on these flowers, especially when they come off of the bush, they become like a tissue paper kind of texture and thinness. They're very pretty. They have a subtle fragrance.
Hello, Hare Krishna. So we are on the second floor of the Prasad Hall. But look at this bench. I love this bench with the elephants. So sweet. Look, and even some color. Hand carved, obviously. Really nice.
And you can see a nice tea room that they have over here. And you see the mountains in the background.
So beautiful. Oh, and the white temple.
Yeah, in the background.
Let me see if I can. We are in the jungle.
And then from this side you can see. Oh, there's a cat. You can see down.
Oh, a cat. Hello, kitty. You're very vocal. Hello.
You can see downstairs to the infinity media. So a lot of devotional videos about the Vaishnava philosophy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings in the line of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat were made here at that studio by Srila Bhakti Sudhir Goswami Maharaj. And we had the privilege of associating with him several times, twice while we were here at the temple. And we'll go downstairs now, and finally we will locate the elusive vinca flowers that Bhakti Lalita Devi offered to the deities every morning. We found their location, so now we have to actually see them for ourselves. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So here we are where we started, actually on the side garden where the tomatoes were and the marigolds and the pond with the koi fish. And this is where the vincas are. Beautiful pink flowers with 5 petals and a magenta center. Hiding right here.
Yay. Thanks to Bhakti Lalita Devi
Yes,
telling us where they were.
she's growing these. These gardens are tended to by Bhakti Lalita Devi, and she offers the flowers and the tomatoes every morning to the deities. And that concludes our tour of the Gupta Govardhan Temple. Again, typically when we go to temple environments, sometimes we dress in more devotional style clothing. It's not always necessary, but that tends to be how we practice. And so the reason why we're touring here and we're not wearing devotional attire here so much during programs in the morning we do, but it's because of the emphasis on relax, right? This is a place to really, definitely there's a strong emphasis on service, just like any other temple, and the devotees here are doing amazing service. The prasadam cooking and the programs at the temple, and the upkeep of the grounds, and the preaching and the educational programs that they also have, and the multimedia presentations that they have, and they're very dynamic, engaging with the arts through video and books and online. But so we're dressed a little comfortably because the mood is more comfortable. Not so much pressure to abide by some external dress standards, although those are also nice. The Vaishnava dress is very nice, and we very much appreciate and enjoy wearing devotional attire here. That is not so much emphasized. So it's nice to see how different temples have different moods of their service. They're all doing very nice service in different capacities and in different moods and different focuses. And here it's very relaxed atmosphere, but at the same time very intense in the multimedia and so many other aspects. So we wanted to say something about that at the end here. And
we are dressed to travel home.
We're dressed to travel home. That's the main thing too today. Yes, we're traveling home right now. It's 2:00 p.m. on March 16th, on Monday, March 16th. So this is how we are getting on the plane, traveling to Taipei, Taiwan for our first layover, then entering the States in Seattle, Washington, and then finally to Newark, New Jersey, where we will continue to use the momentum of the encouragement of all the devotees over these past 33 days and continue our service at home. And we will catch up with you in New Jersey. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Haribo.
Haribo. So, I was mentioning that when we arrived here in Thailand from India, after being in India for about 2.5 to 3 weeks, we met Bhakti Lalita Devi, and she told us that this should be a space of relaxation and restoration from our trip, because we were a little under the weather after returning from India. We expelled a lot of enthusiasm and energy during the festival, and also there were many people from different parts of the world, and everyone kind of got a little sick. So when we came here, Bhakti Lalita Devi emphasized that we should relax, and she even took us to some local saunas to help sweat out. It's very good for the immune system, and we did that a couple of times. And we had a lot of opportunity to reflect also on what our trip has been about and how it is giving us more enthusiasm to do our service in Princeton, New Jersey, and throughout New Jersey and in America in general. And this was a beautiful place. This ashram, Gupta Govardhan ashram, was a very nice place to reflect on what our trip was about and to move forward with some excitement, which is where we are now on our last day. We've taken some other videos throughout the trip of going to see some Buddhist temples on a mountain and going on a walk across the street here at a local small Buddhist temple. It's very nice, with some dogs that were taking prasadam and some catfish that were taking prasadam, the sanctified vegetarian meal. And what else did we take videos of? Anyhow, we're going to share some of the things from the temple. Yesterday there was a special ceremony on Sunday. We're going to share a video of that. And yes, we encourage anybody who sees this video to consider coming to visit, learning about yoga here, bhakti yoga. And it's a very relaxed environment, as we said. not so intense as India. Definitely encourage anyone interested in going to India also to visit there. We know some very nice devotees at the Sri Chaitanya Sridhar Seva Ashram in Navadweep under the guidance of Srila Bhakti Prapanatirtha Maharaj. So anyone who is watching this video, if they're inspired to visit any of the places within this video or in our other videos from our trip, we're happy to connect with you and to speak further and to share whatever we can share with you. So we look forward to connecting. Hare Krishna.